With the arrival of the demons, the story of Super Season takes a dramatic turn. The fate of the island now hangs in the strings of a puppeteer. It's time to dive deep into the mind-blowing events that will bring chaos, apocalypse, and explosions to the island. Fortnite just dropped what might be the biggest patch in a year. We're talking first info about a mid-season event, awesome new powers, 3 brand new game modes, and a secret Hope's been keeping this whole time. Let's kick things off with the map changes, and this time they're actually interesting. And the strangest one? The 0-point portal in Utopia City just vanished. Gone. No explanation. Most likely, it's part of Hope and Midas's secret plan. Turns out, Hope has been secretly working behind Jones's back, and with none other than Midas. Together, they're building a vault meant to contain the shard of the 0-point. Rumor has it the vault is somewhere beneath Utopia City. But here's the twist. Midas's role in all this is still murky. He clearly has his own shady goals, and judging by his history, trusting him 100% might not be the smartest move. And there's more. It's now confirmed that the Supernova Academy will be destroyed mid-season. Epic kinda spoiled it early. They added quests where we're told to visit the ruins of the Academy. Not future ruins, just straight up ruins. Subtle, right? And if that didn't break the lore nerds enough, they also dropped a new loading screen featuring Superman, the Supernova students, and Clark Kent staring at something absolutely terrifying. What they're looking at? Still a mystery, but judging by their faces, it's nothing good. Also, not looking good, Kendo's love life. The soap opera continues, and it seems Jones is still dead set on keeping Hope away from her heroic admirer. And honestly, Hope herself doesn't seem too interested right now. Her dialogue makes it clear. No time for romance when demons are taking over and the 0-point shard is still missing. So, loopers, what do you think? Will Kendo actually win her heart? Or is he doomed to get friend-zoned forever? Place your bets in the comments. And if you want to hear more wild theories in the next vid, drop a like. Now, the biggest update? The Supernova Academy now has a basement. But not just any basement. It's a full-on launch facility that deploys mini-labs across the island. For the curious, there's even a little sign politely asking loopers not to step on the monorail line. Naturally, I stepped on it, and guess what? Worth it. The thing shoots you all the way to brutal boxcars. Pretty cool, honestly. Also, those superhero bunkers that were locked at the start of the season. Now there's a chance a big orb will crash into one at the beginning of a match, activating it. Inside, you'll find gear for gold, but most require a high hero rank. So no, you can't just drop in and loot everything. Time to level up. While you're grinding, head down south. It looks like an iceberg, or something similar, slammed into Oninoshima, just like the island collision back in Chapter 5, Season 3. The frozen area expanded into a mini-continent, and right in the middle, 3 unfortunate U-bots frozen mid-boat ride. Nearby, at the research base, there's a secret gnome room with 7 barrels of slurp and a cozy campfire. Small, but sweet. Oh, and in July, this very spot is where the Fortress of Solitude will appear, straight from Superman's universe. Can't wait that long? If you're desperate to unlock Superman before July 11th, Epic's got you covered. For 1,800 V-Bucks. Not that I'm recommending it, of course. But what I really recommend is using my creator code PUNKED in the item shop. That way, you'll never miss any Fort news from the loop. As for gameplay, we've got 3 new modes, each with its own unique twist. And we're gonna run through them, so stay tuned. But even though Fortnite just dropped a bunch of new game modes, let's be honest. All the real action is still happening in Battle Royale. The island just got hit with 3 brand new abilities, and each one brings its own wild twist to the game. First up, Morgan Mist's gloves. These bad boys got a solid upgrade. Now they can be combined with a brand new item, the Shadow Form Cloak. This thing turns you into a raven, not just a spooky bird, a flying, invincible one. While you're in raven form, you're totally immune to damage. 0 hits taken. So if you're in a bad fight or need to clutch a teammate rescue, this ability is straight up elite. It doesn't last forever, but it gives you just enough time to escape or grab high ground. Just don't be surprised if Epic decides to nerf it, to protect the fragile little sweaty players. Next up, the Rift Cube. Now, technically it was supposed to be available in training grounds, but yeah, it kinda just vanished. Classic Fortnite bugs. Think of it as a mix between a hoverboard and Aang's air scroll. You float, glide, even surf across water. The catch? It drains energy super fast, and once it hits zero, you crash hard. Still, it's got potential if they fix the bugs and balance the stamina drain. But now, let's talk about the wildest new ability. The Storm Beast Pom-Poms. Yes, that's a real thing. When you equip them, you turn into a full-on monster with its own health bar, boosted movement speed, and the ability to slam down from the sky like a wrecking ball, dealing heavy damage. Combine that with fast sprinting and aerial leap attacks, and yeah, it's chaos in the best way. But surprise, surprise, they've already removed it from the mythic pool, which probably means it's next in line for a nerf, just like base boost before it. Thanks a lot, Sweats. So yeah, Battle Royale still goes hard, and with these new powers, the chaos just leveled up. But here's a piece of news that's gonna hit every old school player right in the nostalgia. So if you're standing, you might want to sit down. After 7 long years, Fortnite has officially removed Team Rumble. Yes, that Team Rumble. The one where you could loot in peace, roam the map, and get some chill combat without sweating every second. F in the comments, folks. In its place, we've got a new mode, Training Grounds. Basically, it's a stripped-down, sped-up version of Rumble. On the plus side, it's a good place to test out new weapons and gear, and farming quests is super quick. But if you're looking for variety or long-term engagement, don't hold your breath. With only one location and a small player pool, boredom sets in fast, but the whole thing feels like a budget Blitz mode. And with no building, it's even more limited. Speaking of Blitz, that's the second new mode, Royal Blitz. Think fast reloads, no revives, no building. Epic designed this one specifically with mobile players in mind. Small map, great optimization, matches under 5 minutes, perfect for quick shootouts on the go. And yeah, it makes sense. But here's the catch. It's fully cross-platform. So mobile players can end up facing console and PC users, which is a whole different level of competition. Each match includes 32 players across 5 tiny POIs, 2 of which barely qualify as locations. The entire map is basically half the size of a normal reload. What makes Blitz interesting is that every player starts with a random medallion that grants a buff. You can then collect new medallions from chests, airdrops, or containers as the match progresses. Fast, flashy, functional, but whether it sticks around or fades away like other short-lived modes remains to be seen. Here's the deal. Blitz Royale brings more than just fast matches. It's got its own level system. You can check the full medallion list right from the lobby. The more opponents you eliminate and the longer you survive in the storm circles, the higher your level climbs. And with each level up, you unlock stronger weapons and perks. It's basically a simplified version of the hero rank from Supernova Academy, but with its own twist. The coolest part? The loot pool in Blitz completely resets every week. Soon we'll see mythic gear from the Avatar and Ninja Turtles collabs, plus exotic weapons that used to drop from bosses. The concept of a full-on battle royale in 5 minutes? Fire. It's fast, it's fun, and yeah, it's rough around the edges, but the potential is real. Just know the mode is only sticking around until July 15th, so if you're curious, don't wait too long to dive in. And don't forget, Blitz also comes with a little freebie action, like Umbrella. And if you level up your battle pass by 10 tiers, Epic will throw in a brand new skin. Not bad at all. Alright, this one's for all the LEGO fans, PvE grinders, and roguelike enjoyers out there. Fortnite just dropped a 3rd new mode, and it's a whole vibe. Say hello to LEGO Fortnite Expeditions. And surprisingly, this isn't just some side minigame. It's deeply tied into the actual Battle Royale storyline. You start out in the Supernova Academy Hub, a kind of superhero HQ, where players like you gear up, talk to lore-driven NPCs, and take on missions to stop the demonic invasion sweeping across the island. The vibes are heroic, and the setting feels alive. There are currently 3 classes to choose from. Hunter, the straight-up damage dealer who charges in and shreds. Rift Ripper, a tank support hybrid that shields teammates and buffs the squad. Shadowcaller, a flexible wildcard that can be built into either a powerhouse or a utility role, depending on your upgrade path. Leveling up is simple. Farm mobs, complete missions, gain XP, and use it to unlock new skills. Easy loop, good pacing. Then we've got the actual expeditions, the core missions of the mode. They spawn on a separate map and rotate every 10 minutes. You and your team pick a mission from the list, and off you go. Some are search and rescue, others are defend the point, and of course, there are full-on boss fights. So yeah, it's got variety, at least on paper. Now, real talk, content's a bit thin right now. There are two main bosses, Daigo and Core, both tied into the current storyline. There's also a mini-boss Titan, but he's pretty easy to wipe. And regular demons, honestly, they're punching bags. Still, the potential here is obvious. If Epic leans into this and adds more classes, weapons, missions, and real endgame challenges, this could evolve into something awesome. Right now, it's fun for a couple of days, especially if you're into leveling each class. But once that's done, there's not much else to chase. Bottom line, it's a chill little PvE break in LEGO form. Not groundbreaking yet, but definitely worth a look. Let's see if Epic builds this into something bigger. And of course, I couldn't leave you without a quick look at the new skins and emotes, though honestly, not that many were worth the hype this time, so I'll just show the standout ones. Let's start with the July Fortnite crew skin. Total Iron Man vibes going on, but the real flex? You get a reboot van as a back bling. Yeah, that's clean. Then there's the Festival Pass bonus. They dropped Bruno Mars. His fans probably grabbed it the second it hit the store. Then we got the Summon Nori skin, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty unique. You can see every little grains of rice, no cap. But this next one, I've got mixed feelings. Like, it's kinda cool, but also kinda gross? Those weird tendril things coming out of her head. Are they hair? Horns? Tentacles? I don't know, but they're giving me the creeps. Now as for this scorpion-themed bundle, the skins themselves didn't wow me, but those scorpion tailback blings? Straight fire. Definitely worth grabbing to mix and match with other outfits in the same color palette. And finally, we've got some new emotes. Not gonna lie, the first update of the season was massive, and it makes sense why. Epic's on vacation until July 11th, so for almost a month, we're stuck with what we've got right now. But hey, no need to get all sad about it. We've still got 14 full days of Summer Festival ahead. That means free rewards, new challenges, some OG weapons possibly coming back, and maybe even a few surprises. So if you want to stay on top of all the secrets, tricks, and hidden gems, hit that like button if you enjoyed the vid. And for all the storyline lovers out there, I've got a juicy recap waiting for you right here. That's when Daigo realized he was the only one who could save Jade from the spirit realm. That moment kicked off the Demon Hunter's final event, where Daigo faced off against Shogun X, a demon sent to drain the island's energy. But Daigo, the man of 1,000 masks, won the fight, and brought his sister back from the spirit realm. But here's where it gets crazy. While saving Jade, they discovered the actual 0-point shard had landed inside the spirit realm. And after that, Daigo snapped. He got obsessed with getting it back, convinced only he had the strength to use its power and protect the island. That obsession led straight to a deal with Fletcher Kane, a ruthless warlord who built his empire by stealing all the gold that surfaced during the last event. Daigo stepped through the portal and walked straight into a trap. Waiting on the other side, that same puppeteer who once controlled Night Rose now took over Daigo. That's when the Mask Maker was born, a twisted version who somehow found a way to return to our island. Remember when Big Dill dropped that mysterious shop on the map? Yeah, that was Demon Daigo creeping back in. And that explains why, during the Star Wars live event, another portal suddenly reopened in the mountains. While the whole island was caught in a galactic battle between the Empire and the Resistance, the Death Star locked onto Oninoshima. Palpatine? He didn't just want destruction, he wanted the island's loot. So he sent in Darth Vader, Captain Phasma, and legions of stormtroopers to take it. But Resistance fought back, led by Leia Organa, and with a plan to strike back hard. Hope and Jones led a Looper strike team right into the Death Star, pretending to be prisoners and guards to sneak inside. They reached the ship's core systems, sabotaged the shields, and gave their pilots a shot at blowing it up from the inside. But while they were escaping, boom, Palpatine shows up. Yeah, the Emperor tried to end it all with one final blast of Sith lightning, but right when all hope seemed lost, Hope, the character, pulled out a rift, threw it down like a shield, and bam, teleported the entire team off the Death Star just in time.
How did you know that would work?
I didn't!
Well, good work back there.
And that's how it all ties together. As we flew away, we looked back, just in time to watch our squad blow the Death Star to pieces, but not without consequences. The explosion sent debris raining down onto Oninoshima, and one of the fragments slammed straight into the Spirit Realm portal. That triggered a massive shockwave, knocking us all unconscious. Luckily, Superman was already on his way. Alarmed by the Death Star's destruction, he swooped in and rescued a group of kids stuck inside a downed battle bus. But here's the twist. The explosion did something. Every kid on board now had superpowers, and us, still unconscious, but not for long. That's where Fortnite Super officially begins. And trust me, the real problems are just getting started. A new corrupted version of Dago has taken over the island. His old home, the peaceful Thousand Faces shop, is now a terrifying demon domain, guarded by demons wearing ancient power masks. At the top of that tower, Daigo himself. These masked soldiers have spread across the map, protecting strange spires that showed up overnight, and no one knows what they do. But let's be real, it won't be anything good. The dark force behind Dago has realized something terrifying. Fortnite's not just one universe anymore. Since the end of 2023, we've seen millions of realities colliding at once, like the OG mode running parallel with this one. That's why we've got rifts in this season, and didn't have them back in Chapter 1, Season 4. Another world running at the same time? Lego Fortnite. Even there, the spires have started to appear. And Jones, who can now hop between realities, shows up in Lego form asking for help. Back in the main timeline, on Floating Island, we meet Core. You might remember her from Chapter 2, an assassin hired by the Imagined Order. But now, she's back, and working for Dago. Mask Maker forged her a power mask, and she's helping the Demon of 1,000 Faces for a very tempting price. And if you want to help keep this story alive, just use my creator code PUNKED in the item shop. Seriously, it's the best way to support the channel. Now let's talk heroes. While the villains wage war on the island, Hope and Jones have built their own superhero academy. They brought in legends like Midas, and even a now liberated Night Rose as instructors. Oh, and Superman? Yeah, he brought in Robin straight from the DC universe. He's already handing out missions and putting rookies to the test with his mythic grapple. So, how do you join this school? Simple. Have superpowers, and a lot of people got theirs after the Star Wars event. That battle bus Superman saved? It was hit with some kind of magical burst, turning every passenger into a superhero. They were the first to enroll. Each kid has a unique gift. Killswitch turned into a full-on android. He can track enemy footsteps and slow down time while shooting. Haley Sky got her power from Fortnite's own storm. She can literally transform into a monster. And Ziggy? He didn't absorb any element from the island. He's a weird fusion of Summer Jonesy and a chameleon. Yeah, Fortnite's wild. And yeah, it looks like that's just the beginning of what these new powers can do. Next up, Morgan Mist. And honestly, she might just be the most powerful of the bunch. Not only did she gain powers, but she's diving headfirst into magic. Right now, there's already a few missions where you can track her shadows, and inside the academy, they're keeping her cloak locked away. Rumor has it unlocks some of the craziest abilities we've ever seen. And yeah, her evolution, her powers, and everything else in this story. I'll be covering all of it right here on the channel. So don't forget to sub, or you'll miss it when it drops. Now let's talk about Synthwave. We don't know much about her, but based on what we've seen, she was probably vibing with her headphones on when the blast hit. And boom, her power is now completely tied to music. And finally, there's Light Rider. She absorbed the raw energy of Fortnite matter. Yeah, those glowing blue cubes you see when players get eliminated. that stuff. And she shaped it into a power of her own, a custom hoverboard she can literally fly on. So now that we know the heroes and the villains of this season, we gotta dive deeper. Hope's asking for help investigating Kor's mission. But to do that, we need to talk to Kendo, Daigo's brother, who's seriously worried about what happened to him after entering the spirit realm. Turns out, Daigo isn't acting on his own. He's being possessed by the puppeteer. That changes everything. Daigo's not the one trying to control all the realities. It's the dark entity from the demon world pulling the strings. So we report back to Hope, and she's got a plan. Destroy the spires, rescue Daigo, enter the demon realm, and defeat the dark presence once and for all. But get this, we're just getting started. The best part of this chapter's story still ahead. And what's wild is how they're starting to link all of this into other modes, like Lego Fortnite, and even OG mode. Remember how I said they're happening at the same time? Now, over in Utopia City, people have found access to the Nexus, the same one from the Chapter 1 Season 8 finale. And guess what? OG just kicked off its own storyline, with a brand new visitor. Yeah, it's all starting to connect. I've got a theory, a big one. What if this is all leading to one massive final crossover event? A complete universe clash where every mode gets pulled in, resetting the lore, the characters, the entire story. Basically, a Fortnite 2.0. New era, new rules, everything changes. Too soon to say for sure, but if it's real, we're probably at least a year and a half away.